If they want the smoke, then yeah, it's no jokes, boy, it's up. In the end zone, that's a TD, we finessing ya. Filling up the stat sheets and they knowing that's a plus. Back to back, highlight plays, all my moves is tough. Watch them all die out, I've been killing with my looks. Feeling like a pro, I've been schooling all these rugs. They be betting all us, calling plays out the books. Little bit of prayer, hard work, that's all it took. All I want, W's and bankrolls, that's all I want. All I want, that's all I want. W's and bankrolls, that's all I want.
Hey, all I want is money, power, respect, though. Can I take our foot up off they necks? No. I saw the duo, yeah, we next, bro. Do not call my phone, send a text. They see us by our style, send our checks, though. She licked me up and down, that's from head to toe. About to catch a flight, let's go to Mexico. Living in the moment, cause you never know.
So now you know, I'm just like Xavier Rouchon with the pep talk. Third time the charm, third down and they step up. Keep it in go, now we cannot let off. QB, I keep me a pack like breath off. Got them all shook, soon as we tip off. Top of the ranking, yeah, watch how we slip off. Rushing my way, I'ma give them a stiff arm. Hey, that's all I want, that's all. Come de garçon, that's all. Hearts all on me, flex like one-on-one, yeah, yeah. Different colorways, this another one, yeah. Heard they want a tote, let me stuff my blunt, yeah. If they want the smoke, then yeah, it's no jokes, boy, it's up. In the end zone, that's a TD, we finessing ya. Filling up the stat sheets and they knowing that's a plus. Back to back, highlight plays, all my moves is tough. Watch them all die out, I've been killing with my looks. Feeling like a pro, I've been schooling all these rugs. They be betting all us, calling plays out the books. Little bit of prayer, hard work, that's all it took. All I want, W's and bankrolls, that's all I want. All I want, that's all I want. W's and bankrolls, that's all I want. Hey.
the scene, back out fresh on 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 the scene. Franchise best on the team, 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 franchise best on the team. Back out fresh on the scene, back out fresh on the scene, back out fresh on the scene.
Tell them run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Niger, he'll come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they're getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash,
number one desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air, that's how I roll. I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, also famous, number one desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air, that's how I roll. I got change to throw, I don't care about no gold. Better, so much better, flipping incredible. Always on the show so they know that I still got it. And I never feel sorry, yeah, top of the world. Top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. Top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. Top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. Top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. When I hear him come like my fuse and then ba-bum. Later, see you later, I'm about to blow this up. You can sing my song if you want, I know you want it. It's always kinda funny, yeah, cause you I know I'm a superstar on the sky to lead you on. Haters gonna hate, it's a proof of how they love. They can bring me down, nah, nah, nah. They are jealous of me and my umbrella, yeah, they love me so. This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. I'm royal, and top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. And top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. And top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. And top of the world. Yeah, top of the world. This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round, and you all wanna be round, and a champion, a champion. So royal, I'm so royal. This is me, I'm so royal.
Swipe, 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 swipe.
Swipe, 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 swipe. Just picked up some bands, come again, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands, rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Simon says, swerving, making plays, good Ferrari red. Never out my zone, touchdown in my hands. Only fam around me, I can't have no friends. Had to cut you off, you left me out for dead. Ever since I was a teen, had prices on my head. Had to cut you off, you left me out for dead. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Just picked up some bands, come again, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands, rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Just picked up some bands, come again, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says.
I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, I'm down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up.
Según el coeficiente de optimismo de la sociedad actual, la cosa, ahora mismo no está la cosa para hacer un viaje con tus amigos, ni para cambiar de moto, y mucho menos para hacer una reforma. Ahora mismo ni siquiera está la cosa para comprarte un móvil. En Imagine te ayudamos a mejorar la cosa de una vez por todas. Todas las facilidades del mundo para que te vayas de viaje, para que te compres un móvil y para que hagas lo que tú quieras. Imagine. Es hora de recuperar el optimismo.
In my kingdom, my head go. Hold so tight, won't let me go. Is there really such a hole? Or the day just told so? I said I hang my head. I said I hang my head. I said I hang my head, hang my head. But I got to keep on moving. Got to keep on moving. Got to keep on moving. Don't set up in the light of day.
Hello and welcome to Madrid Urban Sports here in the beautiful capital of Spain. We've been having an action-packed weekend with top athletes from over 25 countries. We are talking about skateboarding, BMX, inline skating, and now we're gonna head into Scoter Park finals. So stay tuned on our YouTube, and if you're not yet following us on Instagram, then go to @Urban World Series and follow us on Instagram for all the inside scoop and all the behind-the-scenes stuff. And I'm not here alone. I'm super happy to welcome Will Cashion, aka White Trash Willie, here with me. Willie is a co-founder of Undialed, and Will pretty much knows everything there is to know about the world of scooters, correct?
Well, thank you so much. I'm excited to be here, and I know we're going to see a fantastic show today. And I'm excited to see what tricks these riders do and the way they choose to use the course. It's going to be a great time.
Epic. I mean, super happy to have you with me here, Will. So, looking at the riders list, are there any names that pop up for you?
Oh yeah, definitely Jamie Hull. He is an amazing scooter rider, and he's probably one of the best scooter riders at double backflips in the entire world. So we're probably going to see some double backflips. Also, Esteban Clot, he has been killing it on social media, and he's been posting some crazy videos of some insanely high flares. So I hope to see a really high flare today. I don't know, the whole starting list looks really good, and I feel like it's going to be a really good competition between all these guys. I know Leo Spencer has a lot of fuel in him to do some crazy bangers, so let's see what these boys can do. I know that they're all amped up, and I know that they're hyped from the world's hype, so let's see if it carries on to this competition.
Absolutely, and talking about the riders, they're just lining up in the park course right now, so we're going to go through them one by one and see who we're going to see competing today. It's very exciting. Also, the weather in Madrid is epic. I mean, also the crowd in Spain is just bringing only happy energy here. It's such a great competition. And also, this is the first time this competition is happening on site with spectators, because last time, because of the pandemic, it was a virtual competition.
Yeah, I feel like it's so important to have spectators there, because there's a certain energy that the crowd brings that I feel like hypes these guys up to perform to their top, like to their best level.
Absolutely. And also, let's talk about the competition format a little bit. So we're going to have 10 athletes in the finals. All of them will have 2 45-second runs, and best run counts.
That's awesome. I'm so excited to see what these guys can do. I know the course looks pretty similar to the world's course, so a lot of them are going to be familiar about the ramps and how they feel. So it's going to be a great show. I can't wait.
Definitely. Do you see any surprising names in the finals list?
Do I see any? I know most of the people on the list right here. There's a couple names that I haven't seen before. Like Alejandro and Anthony, but I'm excited to, I always love seeing new names, because it just means that the sport is growing, and there's new people who have the fire within them that want to compete at this level. So I always get excited when I see people I don't know, because it just is a reassurance to me that the sport is growing.
Absolutely, fully agree with that. There you go, we get an overview of the riders again. See. It's going to be a very exciting competition.
I'm excited. The Spanish scootering scene is so awesome, and I feel like such a core role in the overall scene of scootering, because one, they're the host of Worlds, but two, I feel like they just have such a thriving community of street riders and park riders. All right, up first we have Alejandro right here. I've never seen him ride before, but if he's in this competition, I know he's going to do something crazy. So I'm excited to see what his style brings. Ooh, up next we have Anthony. You see that big Undialed sticker in the front? That's what I like to see right there.
Nice. Well, kudos to you.
Up next we have Dante Hutchinson. This is a great friend of mine. He's from the UK. He always has a big smile on his face, and he can jump so high, it is crazy. Up next we have Hugo, and Hugo is from Spain as well, and I'm so excited to see him out on this course. Up next we have Leo Spencer from the UK, and Leo Spencer rides for Fusion Pro Scooters and has a very distinct and unique style that we're going to see out there today. Up next we have Alex Gonzalez from Spain as well, and I've never seen him before, but I'm excited to see him out here. Next we have Esteban Clot. He is from France, and man, this kid can air so high, especially his flares. He's definitely pushing the limits right now. Next we have Alex from Spain as well. I'm excited to see him out there. I love to see the local riders out here at their competition. And finally, and next we have Sully Broomfield from the UK. This guy has been in the scene forever, and he is consistently putting out unique scooter tricks and pushing the limits of our sport. And finally, we have Jamie Hull. Jamie Hull is from the UK, and he is a machine. This guy has been riding ever since he was a little kid. So right here we have an amazing lineup of riders. Once again, there's two runs, 45 seconds each. Get into this. I'm excited.
Me too. Thanks for the intros. Thanks for the insights. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you're going to be having some epic commentary on the tricks as well.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see what these boys can do. The course looks a little bit more condensed than it was at Worlds, so I'm excited to see how they use it this time.
Let's see. Also, fun fact, Will, did you know that the medals of this competition are made out of recycled plastics? So this whole competition is making a proper sustainability move. I mean, how great is that?
I feel like that's so great. At one point, it was someone's trash, and now it is someone's future treasure. So let's see who get those treasures today.
Well said, Will. Well said. Wise words. So we're prepping for the first one to drop in, doing some warm-up rounds. See the crowd. I mean, honestly, like being here in Madrid is like the energy here is so great. The energy of this competition is so good. I can't even describe it.
I feel like the energy of scooter competitions is always so great. I feel like it's not so much a me versus you mindset. It's more just like a me versus me, where I feel like everyone wants to go out there and just perform to their best ability.
Absolutely.
And I feel like giving them a platform to do it is such an awesome place for self growth and also bonding experience with the fellow riders.
Yeah. Getting ready. It's going in.
I'm ready to see these guys drop in.
So, Spanish kid is opening up this competition here in Madrid in front of his home crowd.
He looks a little bit nervous, but right now is his time to shine. This is his time to put on for his home country, and let's see what he does. So he's dropping in right here, straight into a kickless over the first box, straight into a bri flip after the box, going over the spine with a bar spin to bar spin. Wow, straight into a bri umbrella. That was a crazy double overhead. Straight into a whip front scoot whip on the quarter pipe, going over the box backwards, up onto the vert wall with a buttercup turn around, going over the box, straight into a buttercup air. All right, he's got 8 seconds left. He's doing a flip drop in. That was nice. Oh, and just slipping up on that whip.
But I mean, what a great opener to the show. And he also sets the bar for the whole competition with his first run.
Absolutely. He came out there with a lot of energy, and I'm stoked to see him put out so many good tricks in just 45 seconds. Like, that was crazy. That flip drop in right there, that was so good to see.
Super nice.
So he
let's
is,
see.
he is currently in first place and last place. But that'll change
Exactly.
after this next competitor.
So 66.33 points.
That's pretty good.
It is a strong start. It's a good start.
All right, up next we have Anthony Grant from Switzerland. Got the shiny helmet on, dropping in right now. Doing a triple heel to double whip, turn around on the quarter pipe, straight into a bar twist bar whip over the box, going around that quarter pipe, riding that wall, straight into a stalefish, turn around with a bar spin air, going over the box backwards, turning around on the vert wall. Wow, does an insane kickless variation over a crazy gap, straight into a buttercup bar. Turn around on the transfer. Ooh, straight into a 540 downhill air. Wow.
What a
Fast left
finish.
front flip into the quarter pipe, and I know he is stoked on that run.
I mean,
The
as
way-
you should be.
He should be so stoked on that run. He went out there and had a flawless one.
Oh, so high. What?
Bar twist whip bar. That is such a technical hard trick. Last time we saw Lucy perform a variation of that in the women's finals, so it's cool to see him pull out that similar trick.
And he took the current lead with 77.67 points.
He is our current leader right now. I think that is well deserved. He had a flawless run, and he looked like he was going with so much amplitude out there. It was so great.
For sure.
But up next, we have Dante Hutchinson from the UK. He has won Worlds before, and he is dropping in with a trip whip. Straight into a 360 kickless, turn around with a huge bar spin air. Double heel to double whip, turn around on that wall ride. Going over it, wow, with a sunshine flip. Dante is the king at the twisty over the head variations. Trip up over the spine, going up onto the roll-in, getting the crowd hyped, dropping in. What's he gonna do? Straight into a cash roll. That looks so nice with 10 seconds remaining. Oh, and he was trying a stall up top,
And he landed
but then
it.
switches it up with a flip drop.
I mean, I have a feeling that maybe he cross the 80 bar. What do you think?
I think that was a fantastic run from Dante. He has been putting in so much work recently with scootering overall. He's been filming video parts, and he's been killing it in the contest scene, and I think that was a fantastic run from Mr. Hutchinson.
Absolutely. So entertaining to watch. I mean, wow. Let's see how he scores.
Let's see what he does.
75.33 points. Lands on the second spot for now.
Awesome. So I feel like there's a little bit that he could have cleaned up in that last run, especially towards the end, but I feel like on the second run, he is going to do great. Up next, we have Hugo. He is from Spain, and he is dropping in right now. Starting it off with a double inward, looking very great. Oh, and just
bummer.
slipping out on that quarter pipe trick, going over the spine, pushing, turning around with an umbrella air, over on the spine with a kickless, turning around on the channel wall, going over the box backwards, turning around with a whip air, over to the box with a nothing
trick.
front scoot. That was so awesome.
So sick.
Straight into an inward air, whip over the transfer. Uh-oh, he's going to the rolling right now. He's got one more trick left in him. What's he gonna do? Double
my God,
backflip!
no!
Oh. And
I mean-
he just slips out.
Go big or go home, and he still has his second run. That was epic, Will.
That was insane. I really hope he gets that double backflip on the next run, because that right there is such a crazy trick to do in competition. I feel like double backflips it's just insane that people are doing them now in these comp runs.
And Hugo is just the fourth rider to drop in. I can't even wait what we can expect from the rest of the riders.
I know, this rider... If he would have landed that double backflip, I'm sure he would have been placed up definitely into either first or second place. So on the next run, that's what he's got to do. But right now, we have Leo Spencer from the UK riding for Fusion Pro Scooters up at the top. He's getting prepped and he's dropping in right now with 45 seconds. He starts it off with a double inward to tail whip. That was crazy. Turn around on the quarter pipe, going over the box backwards with a tail whip. Going into a ride flip variation, straight into a bar whip. Turning around with a huge feeble. Going over with a whip variation to, wow, a double inward air. Going over with a heel to finger whip. Flare whip. Going over the transfer to a flail. Looking so good. Going over the box with 3 seconds left. What you gonna do?
There you go.
They whip buttercup on the transfer. Very good stuff from Leo Spencer.
Is it just me, or it seemed like he was really fast? Like.
So one thing about Leo Spencer is he is so quick with his hands and his feet. So he is able to put so many more tricks in the air than I feel like a lot of other people, just because of the speed of his hands. So he has the most unique trick variation because of that. And I called that trick as a flare tail whip. That was a flare full whip.
Nice.
Much harder. And once again, I only missed that because of how fast his hands are.
Right?
Yeah.
Can't keep up with this guy. Let's see how he scores.
Once
79.
again,
Took
wow,
the
and that
lead.
puts them into first place with a fantastic run. And, you know, has that signature pink helmet. He always has that pink helmet.
Epic.
But our next competitor dropping in, starting off with a huge backflip tuck. Alex is out here with a big flare, going over the spine with a bar spin, looking solid so far. With a bri to kickless air, going over the spine, turning around with a massive flare, looking so nice. Going into the box backwards, turning around on the wall. What's he gonna do? He's gonna do a 360 double whip, 2 bar, with a nice front lip. He's got 10 seconds left. Double whip, drop in. Flip drop in into the blue quarter pipe with a down heel air to finish it out, and that looks so nice.
What a nice
Alex,
finish.
I love how many people right now are completing their runs or near completing their runs, because
Absolutely.
I feel like that just makes for the best competition. And that first backflip tuck was so extended.
So nice.
Straight into that nice flare bar.
Very clean run, would you say?
Oh yeah, I think it was a very clean run. I think that he is out here and he definitely had pre-planned all of that down to a T.
64 points.
64 points. I feel like if he goes out there next time with probably a little bit more amplitude, he will for sure get placed a little bit higher. But up next we have Esteban Claude from France. He is a new emerging rider that rides for Lucky Pro Scooters, and he is definitely a favorite amongst so many people out there. He's dropping in with a double inward over the first box, turning around with an umbrella air, going over the box backwards with a kickless, going around on the roll-in, dropping in, straight into a huge 360. This guy knows how to go so high on his scooter. Turning around, he drops into the transfer with a big alley-oop variation, straight into a... Oh!
That was a close one.
It's crazy. He committed so much, but he just got bucked off of his scooter, unfortunately.
Let's see how the judges score that. But I mean, he had such a nice run. It was just this one mistake.
You could tell by the way he flows the skate park. It looks so nice. Like, he's just so clean and precise, and he goes so high. Or he reminds me of a BMXer on the course.
Yeah.
Similar style.
It is a similar style, to be honest. Let's see what the judges think of Esteban. 55.33 points.
So I know as
Tough crowd.
Esteban, I think Actually, I know he has more in him than that, and I feel like on this next run, he's going to be able to display that, and I'm excited to see it. But up next, we have Alex.
He's just
And
13 years old.
Just 13, I was about to say that. He's the youngest rider out here. With a big double backflip, a big backflip whip variation. Going over the spine with a bar spin. Woo! 540 flare. That looks so nice. Tail whip over the transfer. Straight into a whip buttercup on the quarter pipe. Dropping into the box. Turning around on the vert wall. Wow. The crazy bri variation. Going over to a bri to triple whip. Bar spin on top of the transfer, straight into a wow flare triple whip.
What?
And he is stoked on that run. I know he is so stoked. At only 13 years old, he went out there and killed that
How
run.
is he 13? Whoa, that's epic.
Wow. That was a backflip quintuple tail whip, which was crazy that was the first trick he put out there. And straight into a kickless bri. Wow.
So good. Let's see how he scores.
Let's see how he does.
72 points, landing on the 4th spot for now.
I think that was a fantastic run from him, putting him into 4th place. Up next, we have Solly Broomfield from the UK. He has been in the scene forever, and he was known from being a young kid doing ludicrous scooter tricks. So let's see what he does in this run. Wow. I couldn't quite see that first trick because of the camera. Going over to a rewind over the spine, straight into a nice 540 flare. Solly is so good at flips. Straight over the spine with a 360. Turning around, dropping in, go into a sunshine flip, looking so good. Straight into a 720 over the transfer. That was so dialed. That looked nice. Got a salad back disaster nose blunt. Wow, 180 bar. No. And he tried the half cab flare into the quarter pipe, but unfortunately he did not stick it.
I'm pretty sure he's going to try to land that in his 2nd attempt.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like that was a solid beginning to his run, though. And if he was able to land that half cab flare, it would have been a great run for sure. Such a unique scooter trick when you grab the deck and do things with the bars.
Yeah.
I love to see the weird variations that people do in scooter tricks.
It's 55.67. So he's on the 8th
Just above
spot.
Esteban.
Yeah.
So up next we have Jamie Hull from the Liverpool, UK. He is a fantastic guy. I've known him for, I feel like 10 years now or something at this point. He has always been on the scene, and he is the king of double backflips, which I'm sure we'll see.
There you go.
Right here.
Of course. I mean, you said it.
Kicking over the box. He is doing a whip rewind onto the roll-in, going straight into a finger up to finger up to finger up. He is so good at finger ups and pull-ups. Let's see if we see one right now. Going over with a kickless variation, straight into a triple heel air. Full whip, triple whip. Straight into a double flare. Jamie is so solid out here, landing everything he can do. Bar up, whip down. With a downside triple whip. And a front flip over the box to end it out. Actually, he's got a buttercup variation to end it out. Jamie Hull, that was such a great run. Riding from Apex Pro Scooters. He is a machine out here.
Do you think he will take the lead?
I think with that run, that was so solid. I mean, starting it off with that double backflip, double whip, or double backflip, triple whip. Starting it off with that, I feel like he had some energy out there that definitely has the potential to put him into 1st place.
Very excited to see how the judges will score him.
And that puts him into
There you
first
go.
place with an 82.67, rightfully deserved, followed by Leo Spencer. This is a heated competition so far.
I think it will only heat up in the second run because now everyone knows what they are competing against.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's
So
see.
we are back at the beginning of the list. Oh, starting off with Alejandro. I don't even know he went yet. Doing a Bry Whip air. Spin around with a bar spin over the spine. Wow. With a umbrella to inward air. That was insane. Buttercup on the blue quarter pipe. Going over the spokes. Straight into a buttercup air. Wow. Bry to kickless. Going over with a frontside lip slide. Carrying the speed. Bar spin over the spine.
Oh,
And just slipping out on that flare triplet. But that was a great run from Alejandro.
that was a great run. I mean, he scored 66.33 on his first run. Do you think he will top it?
I think that this run has the potential of topping that just a little bit. But overall, I'm just excited to see him out here. He's a face I've never seen before in the competition setting. So I feel like just this opportunity for him is so cool. And I know I'm going to see him in competitions to come.
So let's see.
But
He didn't, unfortunately. 64.67. But I mean, this kid's probably having an epic time here in Madrid, riding with all his buddies, having all this international crowd here. I mean, it's such a great time here in general. You know, it's not just about winning. It's also just about doing a sport and having fun with it.
Oh, absolutely. So up next we have Anthony from Switzerland going over with a Bry to kickless variation over the box. Turn around on the box with a bar twist whip to bar spin. Going over the huge transfer. He's trying a bar spin to bar spin tail whip. That was a huge gap. We haven't seen that been hit today. Going over the box backwards. Onto the vert wall, turning around. Wow, with a finger to kickless. That was crazy.
Is it done?
And he is ending it right there, unfortunately. One thing that I think is so crazy about scooter tricks is how you're able to use the scooter. I feel like it's so difficult for me to call some of these tricks because there's so many different little variations that you can do with these tricks. And Anthony for sure did a lot of these variations in his run. So it's crazy. I feel like every time I watch a competition, I see a new trick emerge. And it's sometimes difficult to keep up, but I love to see the progression within the sport.
49.67 points. So he didn't.
That was.
Yeah. Well.
So up next we have Dante Hutchinson from the UK wearing that Spurs jersey. He is always out here bringing a great energy and making sure the crowd is hyped. He's dropping it with a triple whip straight into a 360 kickless to kickless. Turning around on the quarter pipe. Turning around on the vert wall, straight into a kickless over the spokes.
Ooh, smooth.
Going into a flare on the back of the box jump. What's he got? He's dropping into the blue quarter pipe. Whip over the spine, pushing, going to the top of the roll-in, getting the crowd hyped.
Last 10 seconds, what is that?
Wow, with a cash roll down heel, looking so good. And he is giving the crowd a heart, and he is stoked.
Dante celebrating.
He always has the biggest smile on his face, and he is always just such a great energy to have in a dedicated space because he will be definitely the life of the competition.
So nice. So entertaining to watch. Oh, big love. And the crowd has a lot of love for Dante.
Absolutely. It's definitely one of the crowd favorites.
68.67 points. And he's going to stay on fourth. Yeah.
Stay in fourth place. So up next we have Hugo from Spain. Hugo put out an awesome first run, and I'm excited to see what he does in this one. Starting off with a double inward, so solid. Straight into a nice buttercup air. Going over the transfer with an umbrella on. Ooh, straight into a kickless. Foot plant on the wall. Turn around. Going over the box backwards. Down heel on the vert wall. Straight into a nothing front scoop.
That was nice.
So good. Inward air. Going over the transfer. Going to the top. Going to the roll-in. What's he going to roll in to do right now? Crowd's getting hyped. He's going to do a double backflip.
No! Oh, so close.
I was so excited to watch him land that. Oh well, you win some and you lose some. That's the name of the game.
Definitely. I mean, it's still a great competition.
Oh, absolutely. He had a fantastic run out there. With the kickless, and that nothing front scoot that he did right here was such a phenomenal one. The way he catched it with just grips, fantastic.
So cool. So he got 59 in his first run. Let's see how he does now. Currently on the 8th spot.
Giving his homies some love.
He did raise the bar for himself, 62 points.
Awesome. So he moved up a little bit. But up next, we have Leo Spencer. He's got the fastest hands and feet.
Oh, yeah. And the pink helmet.
And the pink helmet. 45 seconds. Straight into a double inward to tail whip. The speed that he's able to get that trick around, it's insane. Doing a bar spin over the box backwards. Going over the box with a bar spin to tail whip.
Oh!
With a huge salad on the top of that wall.
Does he have wings? What is this?
He's got springs in his legs. Straight into a umbrella to inward air. Bar rewind. Going over to a bride to buttercup. Look how fast that was. Going over the spine, straight into a fast plant flail. He has that trick so good. Straight into a 540 flail on the back of the box jump. And that was a fantastic run from Leo.
That was
I know he is stoked on that.
Do you think it's enough to beat Jamie Hull's 82.67?
I think that was a fantastic run. But Jamie's a tough one to beat. Jamie consistently goes out there and does multiple double flip variations. Not to say that Leo Spencer wasn't putting out that same energy, but it's all up to the judges. I'd hate to be a judge of this competition.
Yeah.
But Leo Spencer is just so dialed of a rider, and that puts him into second place.
That's great. 80.67 points. That is a very high score.
He broke the 80 range, which I'd love to see.
Definitely. See those little Lucky stickers on his helmet.
Oh yeah, that's his sponsor that he rides for, Lucky Pro Scooters. Up next, we have Alex Gonzalez from Spain. I love to see them wearing the Devil Bike shirt because that is the local shop in Spain, and it's so cool to see them supporting the local scenes. So up first, we have a huge backflip to tuck with a flare kickless. Going over with a bride flip to kickless air. Going over the spine. Oh my gosh. And he just kept that together with a backflip over the transfer. Drop it into the box. Turn around on the vert wall. Straight into a 360 double whip to tail whip. Frontside lip slide. Going with a bar spin to double whip drop. Flip drop into
big ending.
The landing. Great run from Alex Gonzalez. He absolutely killed it out there. It's so awesome to watch him do a flawless run. I feel like he's definitely going to improve on his last run with that score right there.
Oh, I love this
big
camera angle.
Backflip tuck. Look at that flare kickless. Isn't it crazy how they're able to send their scooter in one direction and then stop it and send it the other way without even touching it? I think that's crazy.
I stopped analyzing how these things are physically possible. I'm just watching now. 66 points. He did improve his score.
Very good.
Well done.
And his homies out there showing him big love.
And you see the crowd here. The crowd. There's so many people, and everyone is
Crowd
just
is
cheering.
massive.
It's so fun. Super fun.
So up next we have Esteban Collat from France. He's dropping in straight into a double inward. This man can go so high on the scooter. Straight into a big umbrella air, going over the box with a rewind variation. Going over, dropping into the vert wall with a huge 360, and he's able to get it this time. Turning around with a back disaster. Let's see what the rest of his run has in store. Has a lot of speed to a huge whip buttercup air. Going over, wow, with a bride to kickless. That was insane. Going over with a double flare.
Oh, no.
Just slipping out, unfortunately. Esteban, he is a great kid and a great rider, and he is actually fairly new on the competition scene. He has blown up through social media, so that's how I know him. But in the competition scene, he is still kind of a new face, so I love to see him out here doing so well. And I know I'm going to see him in years to come, especially with his enthusiasm that he has towards scootering.
For sure. Let's see how he scores.
Definitely improvement.
62.33. Yeah, he did improve his score. And now we
62.
have 3 riders left.
So up next we have Alex, the 13-year-old from Spain. Let's see what he does. So he's dropping in right here with a with a big backflip kickless variation.
Strong start.
Going over with a bar spin. Straight into a 540 flare. He does it so unique it almost looks like a dip 900. With a whip buttercup air, bar spin on top of the box, dropping in, turn around on the vert wall.
Ooh.
Wow! With a bride kickless variation. Ooh! Whip on top of the top, straight into a flare to triplet. So good. Straight into a flip drop in, and that was a fantastic run from the 13-year-old local. Wow.
The crowd is
out
going
here.
nuts for him. How is he just 13? What a great athlete. What a great future is ahead of him.
It always gets me so stoked to see the young athletes out here because you know that they have just been inspired and they have so much drive to just push the sport to new levels.
Right?
So it's so great to see.
Exactly. It's also such an inspiration to other kids watching, right?
Oh, absolutely. If I was a 10-year-old kid watching a 13-year-old, I would think that is possible for me in the next couple of years, for sure.
Sure, and he did improve his score as well to 73.67 points. And everyone watching, get on your scooter and go outside and ride after this.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so up next we have Sully Bloomfield from the UK. Let's see what he can do in this run with 45 seconds.
Oh,
Starting off with a big backflip stab. Turn around on the vert wall, straight into a heel whip over the spine. That looks so steezy. Straight into a double flare. And unfortunately, just slipping out on that double flare. Will he continue his run? He will with a flip drop. Turning around on the quarter pipe. Going over the box backwards with a big back disaster. Straight into a with a that was crazy. And the CV and he just messes up the half cab flare again right now, unfortunately. Sully always has a big smile on his face, and I love to see him out here.
Well, this is part of the sport, you know. Sometimes you just have days which are not as good as the others, and this is also part of the competition.
Oh, absolutely. Landing tricks wouldn't mean anything if they didn't have the risk of falling. I'm happy that he went out there, though, and he was able to finish out his run. I think that cannonball to tail up looks so nice.
Absolutely.
But we have our last rider of the day, currently still in first place.
Well, you know, I think he's gonna do a victory run now because Jamie Hull is the winner.
Jamie Hull is the winner. He's going out there doing his victory run. I know he is he is not unfamiliar with being at the top of the score, and he is starting off with a huge double backflip, triple whip. There's
Double
no
backflip
wonder why
king.
he's at the top. He's so good at double backflips. Going over the box backwards with a whip rewind up, straight into a finger up to finger up to finger up. That's so crazy he's able to get that around.
So cool to watch.
Wow. They double up to kickless to rewind. Triple heel on the vert wall. With a full up to double whip. Double flare. Wow.
He's not kidding around at all. Full
No, he's
send.
not.
Full send.
It's a victory run, but he's trying to improve his score.
Straight to
Front flip
100.
to double whip. Wow.
But Will, I'm gonna leave you for a few minutes now. I'm gonna go down to the chorus, congratulate Jamie, and I will be back with you in just a few minutes.
Absolutely. So Jamie Hull with a fantastic run, giving Leo Spencer some love. We have a huge crowd out there today, and I know everyone was so stoked to see that run. Jamie Hull has been in the competition scene for so long now, and he has consistently shown up and performed. And it's so great to see. Even though he was in first place doing his victory run, he still went out there and tried to improve his run, which I think that he probably definitely did. And let's see. Yep, he goes straight up to a 85, improving his score. That is incredible, and that makes me so happy to see. You can see the smiles on his faces and the vibes that are happening at this event right now. It's just a great time. I think that this competition series does so many great things for scootering, and I feel like it's a great extension from Extreme Barcelona with the course, and I feel like scooter competitions are just so important for the growing of our sport because, and here's Jamie right here.
Congratulations for winning the Scoter Park finals here at Urban Sports. I mean, how are you feeling? What are some of the emotions that you're experiencing right now?
I'm just so happy. Like, I come out here yesterday, I had a big spill, cut on my side, but I can't believe I'm lost for words, and my mouth's so dry.
Well, you did an amazing job. It was so entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Do you want to say something to the crowds of people watching?
I just want to say, whatever you do, keep at it. You might have a bit of falls, you might have spills, but get back up and just keep at it.
Amazing. Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Wise words from Mr. Jamie Hull out there. You're definitely going to fall, and you're definitely going to fail if you ever want to succeed. So I have seen Jamie Hull go through battles. He actually, at Extreme Barcelona, he hurt both of his ankles on the mega ramp warm-up. So I'm stoked to see him recovered and back out here and doing well as well. We had a great competition today, and it was so great to see just the level of scootering consistently be pushed, and just the overall enthusiasm from the riders out there. We have such an amazing sport and such an amazing community of people. Here's our top 3 riders right here. We have Mr. Jamie Hull. We have Mr. Leo Spencer.
Will, I'm back.
And you're back.
I am
Leo Spencer
back.
with that backflip. Look at that, just doing backflips out there.
That's like a sideshow. Amazing. I mean,
So what did you think of the competition?
it was just epic. I mean, as I said, I am not that familiar with the scooter world yet, but I mean, looking at this competition, the level of riding, also what we saw just 2 weeks ago in Barcelona, I'm definitely hooked. I mean, it's so fun.
It gets me so stoked to see Anthony Grant out there. He got 3rd place, and he's from Switzerland. He is a name that I haven't heard before, but I feel like I'm gonna hear in competitions to come.
So, Will, how do you judge the level of riding today?
Judging scootering, or I feel like any action sport, is so difficult because ultimately at the end of the day it is opinion based, and it is a art form clashing with art form. I feel like that's what these guys are doing out there. I feel like when you're judging a scooter competition, you have to look at how people use the course, the difficulty of tricks, the riskiness of tricks, and also how they did the tricks. And I feel like from all of that, you'll be able to have a clear winner. And I think Jamie Hull today was the clear winner amongst all the riders. And I think Leo coming in second and Anthony coming in third were the right places for these riders to be in, and they look stoked. So I'm just happy everyone is out here with a big smile on their face, and I feel like that's all I want from these boys.
I agree with you 100%. And you know, it's not just the athletes having a big smile on their face, it's also the crowd. As I said before, the energy here in Madrid is just epic. It's so good. And Will, thank you so much for joining us here today. I mean, you really have all the knowledge about the scooter world and the tricks and the athletes, and it's been so entertaining to hear you commentating on the sport. And also, I think, like, in general, the urban sports, the level of riding was just so good today.
It was fantastic to see. I love watching scootering, and I love seeing just the overall growth of the sport. That's all I want from my fellow peers. So thank you so much for being an awesome host. And we have the street competition coming up next, so
exactly.
I'll see you there.
And whoever is on the line, don't leave yet. As Will just said, we have the street finals coming up as well. And if you don't follow us on Instagram yet, go to @UrbanWorldSeries and follow us and see all the scoop and behind the scenes and see what's coming up in the future. Will, thanks so much again for joining us. And I'm going to see you in a couple of minutes already in the street finals. Bye.
Alrighty, well, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
If they want the smoke, then yeah, it's no jokes, boy, it's up. In the end zone, that's a TD, we finessing jump. Filling up the stat sheets and they knowing that's a plus. Back to back, highlight plays, all my moves is tough. Watch them all die out, I've been killing with my looks. Feeling like a pro, I've been schooling all these rugs. They be betting all us calling plays out the books. Little bit of prayer, hard work, that's all it took. All I want, W's and bankrolls, that's all I want. All I want, that's all I want. W's and bankrolls, that's all I want.
Hey, all I want is money, power, respect, though. Can I take off for the both they next? No. I saw the duo, yeah, we next, bro. Do not call my phone, send a text. They see us by our style, send our checks, though. She licked me up and down, that's from head to toe. About to catch a flight, let's go to Mexico. Living in the moment, cause you never know.
So now you know, I'm just like Xavier Rouchon with the pep talk. Third time the charm, third down and they step up. Keep it in go, now we cannot let off. QB, I keep me a pack like breath off. Got them all shook, soon as we
Según el coeficiente de optimismo de la sociedad actual, la cosa, ahora mismo no está la cosa para hacer un viaje con tus amigos, ni para cambiar de moto, y mucho menos para hacer una reforma. Ahora mismo ni siquiera está la cosa para comprarte un móvil. En Imagine te ayudamos a mejorar la cosa de una vez por todas. Todas las facilidades del mundo para que te vayas de viaje, para que te compres un móvil y para que hagas lo que tú quieras. Imagine. Es hora de recuperar el optimismo.
In my kingdom, my head go, hold so tight, won't let me go. Is there really such a hole, or the day just told? So I said I hang my head, I said I hang my head, I said I hang my head,
is money, power, respect, though. Can I take our foot up off they necks? No. I saw the duo, yeah, we next, bro. Do not call my phone, send a text. They see us by our style, send our checks, though. She licked me up and down, that's from head to toe. About to catch a flight, let's go to Mexico. Living in the moment, cause you never know.
So now you know, I'm just like Xavier Rouchon with the pep talk. Third time the charm, third down and they step up. Keep it in go.